Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna be working on this beautiful Thomasville credenza today, and it is a custom order from my stash. I'm going to do a stain top and paint on the body. The customer knows exactly what they want, so we're gonna start by removing that top with an 80 grit, then moving on to 120 grit and then 180 grit. Stop there, stain the piece, and then finish it off with a 220. That's how I always do my pieces, so that they are flawless and smooth as a baby's bottom. I'm going to remove all of that old hardware, but we are going to keep it and just give it a good clean. I will show you exactly how I do that. These pieces are brass, so they are definitely worth saving. I'm going to also stain the drawers in the middle behind those doors, so we'll be sanding those off completely. And again, I do an 80, 120, and then 180 grit and stop there. You'll ask me why. I was taught by a carpenter a long time ago, and he has over 20 years of experience doing this job. And he says that if you close the grit of the wood completely, then the stain has nothing to actually penetrate and it will just sit on the top. So he always said stop at 180, stain your piece, and then you can do your 220 or 250 or whatever on top of that once you do the first coat of stain. That's how I always do my pieces, or anything that I actually stain, whether it's the entire piece or just parts of it. So after sanding the 3 middle drawers, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the hardware. And like I said, this is my special mix, and there's no big secret. It's simply cleaning vinegar. You soak it in there a good 2 to 3 hours, give it a good bath, and when they come out super clean. I will show you in just a few seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and clean the drawers very well, and I am loving using the attachments that with the brushes that are available now in the market. They're super easy to use. You just hook them onto your drill and they're easy to clean. For these guys, these are the new legs. I'm gonna clean them, scuff them up with a 215, and that's just kind of what I had on hand. And then the paint for these is an all-in-one paint. It is Silk by Dixie Belle in the color Cape Current, which is a beautiful blue. And I'm just going to go ahead and give these guys a first coat and let them dry. Come back and do 2 more coats and they'll be ready to go. I will do a top coat on them, but it is not necessary. I'm only doing a top coat because these pieces are going to people who I don't know how they're going to be using them. So I want to make sure that they are very durable. This is how they look after I've done just 1 coat. And we'll do the same thing on the drawers. Here's how I clean those pieces. Basically, you just get some 000 or 000 steel wool and give them a good scuffing, and that's how they look. The doors get the same treatment, and they'll be looking super nice and smooth if you use the right brushes. I am using a synthetic brush. My husband came in earlier and got little ahead of me, and he did the middle leg and the leg mounting screws on these without it being recorded. I apologize. It's already done. But I am painting that, and I'm also painting the undermount or the underframe of the piece so that when we turn it upside down, it all looks very nice and neat and clean. I'm also going ahead and putting the top coat on those as right now, and I tinted the top coat, the clear top coat, with their same color paint so that it looks nice and uniform. It is simply easier to do them this way so that when the piece is right side up, you don't have to do it. I did some clear priming on this piece, and that's why you cannot see any color on it, but I did use a clear primer on it, also by Dixie Belle. And like I said, I am using an all-in-one paint, so that also includes some primer already in the paint, which is just additional coverage. This is 1 coat of paint on this, and then 2 more got added later. I'm always working on different pieces. As I do one, I do several more. I'll show you these on a later video, but this is just kind of the hot mess that I got going on in the shop. It is now time to apply a stain on that beautiful top, and we're gonna go with the No Paint Gel Stain, which is an oil-based stain from Dixie Belle. I am using the color Walnut. This color can be basically layered to make it deeper or darker if you wanted to. And as you can see, I apply it in a round motion in order to get into all of the nooks and crannies of the piece. Sometimes when you're applying it on oak especially, you have to do that so that you don't miss any of those little indentations that the oak normally has. I like applying these in single coats and then coming back and doing maybe a second or third to deepen it. Like I said, I applied a darker or two times on this one to kind of darken it immediately and stop there because I didn't want it to get too dark. But you can wait about 4 hours in between each coat, or 24 hours, and definitely the color will become absolutely beautiful. I do wait 24 hours to come back and top coat it, and I use Tough Coat on this to top coat the top, and I used regular top coat on the body of the piece. Again, Tough Coat. I know it's sometimes hard to understand my accent, but also I added beautiful liners, and this was just a little added surprise for my customer. Just cut it to size, put it on, and then come back and trim it, and it makes it a lot easier to apply that way. Do y'all remember what we started this? It was a nice piece, but I think it's a nicer piece now. It is huge. It is also one of the heaviest pieces that we have handled in the last couple of weeks. My husband had the hardest time, and I appreciate him and he's back because this was really hard. And after our accident a couple of weeks ago, we're still kind of having aches and pains that we are dealing with, but we are trying to work through them. This piece is absolutely beautiful. There's those drawers. They look fantastic. And that stain looks really pretty all over. Isn't Cape Current a beautiful blue? I love it. And with that color of the stain, the brand new old hardware, and I say it that way because it does look brand new. That's the beauty of vintage brass, that you can clean it up as many times as it needed, and with something as simple as vinegar, cleaning vinegar. That's all I use, you guys. Piece looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's been delivered. My customer is super happy. I gave them, and every customer that I have, I give them a care package, and I give them a little bit of the paint. That one included the paint for the other pieces that I'm doing for them, which, like I said, I will show you guys later. Thank you for being here again this week. Please make sure that you go on, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I will see you again next week. Bye.